Welcome to Phobia Files. Hi there, Phobia Files fans. A quick thank you from us to you before we start. We want to let you know how much we appreciate your continued support and thirst for knowledge. So, let's continue our brave march to learning about psychology. Fear. You've felt it. Imagine it's a dark night and you're watching a horror movie. You scream or jump a little when a scary scene comes up. Or picture this. You're plunging down the big drop on a roller coaster and your palms are sweating while you yell from the thrill. But we're not talking about that kind of fear. Sometimes fears become excessive and irrational. They grow to the point where we can't function normally. The intense worry and avoidance caused by these fears interrupt our day-to-day lives, causing panic when that fear is encountered. This is when fear transitions into a phobia. Phobias are classified into three main types: social phobia, agoraphobia, and specific phobias. Within the specific phobias category, there are 5 major groups: environmental, situational, animal, blood, injection, injury, and others. A 2017 study revealed some eye-opening numbers. Over 10% of adults in the United States alone struggle with phobias. This makes phobias the most common psychiatric illness among women and the second most common among men. Are you curious if you have a particular phobia? Let's dive into 7 of the most common phobias people experience. First up, arachnophobia. Spider nightmares, anyone? Currently, arachnophobia, or the fear of spiders, holds the title of the most prevalent phobia worldwide. It affects between 3.5% and 6.1% of the global population, which translates to approximately 300 to 400 million people each year. Interestingly, women are twice as likely as men to experience arachnophobia. However, it's worth noting that up to 55% of people may harbour some degree of fear towards spiders, though it doesn't always escalate into a full-blown phobia. Researchers Oman and Meneka suggest that arachnophobia could be rooted in our evolutionary history. Allegedly, our ancestors found spiders threatening due to their potential to contaminate food and water supplies. Next, we have Ophidiophobia. Do you hear hissing? Maybe you've caught sight of something long and slithery out of the corner of your eye and froze in fear. If moments like these make your heart race and your breath hitch, you may be experiencing Ophidiophobia, the fear of snakes. This is the second most common specific phobia, with nearly 1/3 of adults globally reporting some level of fear towards snakes. Similar to arachnophobia, this fear may also stem from our evolutionary survival instincts. Snakes have historically been viewed as dangerous predators. Beyond evolution, cultural influences and personal experiences also play a role. For instance, areas with fewer actual encounters with snakes report higher cases of Ophidiophobia. It's no surprise that snakes frequently appear in horror films and other media as timeless symbols of fear. Now, on to acrophobia, the fear of heights. Picture a glass elevator rising to dizzying heights. If that scenario makes your stomach churn, you're not alone. Acrophobia is yet another widespread phobia that many people experience. The official name for the fear of heights, acrophobia, seems like a logical evolutionary adaptation designed to keep us safe from dangerous falls. But for some individuals, this instinctive caution is amplified significantly, causing severe distress in high places. Whether it's standing on a tall balcony or looking down from a cliff's edge, the anxiety can feel overwhelming and inescapable. This strong aversion to heights can lead to extreme daily challenges. Everyday structures such as bridges, towers, and steep staircases might become triggers. For those suffering from acrophobia, even the thought of being in a high place might provoke feelings of panic or dread. If this resonates with you, remember you aren't alone. Facing acrophobia takes patience and often professional help, starting with small steps and building up a sense of control. Now, let's glide into another common phobia. Aerophobia, otherwise known as the fear of flying. Ever wondered how long it would take to drive from California to Tokyo? For someone with aerophobia, that hypothetical might sound preferable to taking a direct flight. Aerophobia significantly impacts between 10 to 40% of American adults. At first glance, the fear seems justifiable. Flying isn't natural for humans. However, aerophobia, like most phobias, is illogical when put into perspective. Airplane accidents are incredibly rare, and statistics reveal that traveling by plane is much safer than by car. Despite this reassuring data, aerophobia can compel individuals to avoid air travel entirely. This avoidance can become problematic, especially when work requirements or long-distance relationships necessitate flying. Therapy and gradual exposure are key tools to addressing this fear and regaining a sense of freedom. Next, we reach Cynophobia, or the fear of dogs. For most people, dogs are lovable animals with wagging tails, soulful eyes, and playful attitudes. But for individuals with Cynophobia, those same traits can evoke intense dread and anxiety. Cynophobia may be less common than Arachnophobia or Ophidiophobia, but it can be equally debilitating. Think about it. Dogs are everywhere, whether they're pets, guard animals, or strays in neighborhoods. This prevalence makes them nearly impossible to avoid, and for cynophobics, that means frequent bouts of fear and even panic attacks. So, how does cynophobia develop? Often, it stems from a traumatic childhood experience, such as being chased or bitten by a dog. When these early experiences go unresolved, they can shape persistent fears in adulthood. Fortunately, with professional intervention and therapy, it's possible to overcome cynophobia and perhaps even come to enjoy these loyal companions. Following cynophobia, let's discuss trypanophobia, commonly referred to as the fear of injections. Have you ever seen someone shy away from a needle, break into tears, or even faint at the sight of a syringe? That person might just have trypanophobia. While many of us experienced some unease with needles as children, for about 20 to 30% of adults, this fear persists and escalates into a powerful phobia. For these individuals, the fear of injections isn't merely discomfort. It's a source of extreme anxiety that can cause them to avoid medical care entirely. Trypanophobia doesn't solely involve needles. It often extends to doctors, hospitals, and medical treatments in general. This avoidance can have dire consequences, especially when vaccines, blood tests, or critical therapies are skipped. The effects can range from minor inconveniences to serious risks to overall health. Overcoming trypanophobia begins with understanding and support, often paired with therapy designed to address the core anxieties surrounding needles. As we explore these phobias, remember that phobias are not mere quirks or irrationalities. They are deeply ingrained fears that can disrupt lives in profound ways. Whether it's a fear of flying, animals, or medical procedures, empathy and professional support are essential in helping individuals navigate their challenges. Phobias can emerge unexpectedly and significantly influence an individual's daily life. Whether it's a fear of heights, animals, flying, or even germs, these fears are very real and impactful. As we wrap up, let's delve into another familiar phobia, Mysophobia, the fear of germs. This phobia, shared by many, including some famous individuals, drives behaviors like obsessive cleaning, compulsive hand washing, and extreme avoidance of potential contamination. These behaviors might include wearing gloves and face masks or cleaning surfaces excessively. In severe instances, mysophobia can lead people to isolate themselves entirely, cutting off interactions with the world to avoid perceived risks of germs. This phobia highlights how deeply fears can disrupt normal activities and relationships, reinforcing the importance of understanding and compassion. Interestingly, most phobias, including the ones we've discussed, typically appear during childhood or adolescence and can persist into adulthood if left unaddressed. According to the American Psychological Association, many individuals with one phobia are likely to experience additional phobias. This could mean living with fears that overlap and compound anxieties over time, making everyday situations increasingly difficult. Though some phobias may feel deeply personal or isolating, it's crucial to recognize that they are incredibly common. Whether someone has mysophobia, arachnophobia, or any other intense fear, there is hope. professional help can bring significant relief. As we've explored today, phobias take many forms, from specific fears rooted in evolutionary survival to others influenced by cultural and environmental factors. Each phobia comes with its own challenges, but they also share something in common. They are all treatable. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is one of the most effective treatments, often helping individuals confront their fears gradually and regain control of their lives. If you or someone you know could benefit from therapy, seeking guidance from a mental health professional is a vital first step. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of common phobias and their impacts. At Phobia Files, our mission is to provide you with insights into the psychology of fear and the tools to overcome it. If you found this video informative, please let us know by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us create more content and reach others who might benefit from learning about these topics. What fears or psychological concepts would you like us to cover next? Tell us in the comments below. We'd love to hear your ideas. And remember, understanding your fears is the first step toward conquering them. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.